Hi everybody, it's Donna from Donna's Dreamworks, and I'm trying to finish this video. I started it, the video camera stopped working, and then deleted what I had already done. So part of this has already been completed, and I'll kind of walk you through what I did already so that we can finish up this little project. It's just a little bit more of yesterday. I told you I'd be here yesterday, but no matter what I did, I couldn't make anything go right, and finally put my scissors to the side and said, again, we'll try again tomorrow. I am trying to make a birthday card. It's a fairly generic card, could be used for male or female. This one is basically for a male. So let me show you what I have done so far. I started with an A2 size card, craft cardstock. Okay, on the top of that I have a cream colored mat, which is cut at 5 1/4 by 4, and then on top of that a piece of designer paper that resembles some wooden planks. What I did is I cut from the Cricut a porthole that I'm going to put over here, so I needed to have an image to go in the porthole. I have a stamp here that is this, and I stamped it and colored just the section that would fit behind the porthole. This is the piece of paper that the Cricut cut out to make the porthole. So I colored just what would fit behind the porthole, okay? This stamp is a Stampendous stamp. I've had it for many years, and I don't use it very often because it requires a lot of coloring, and I'm not a colorist. This says 1998, so that's been around for a while. It's kind of a pretty scene though. I have done some cards where I just leave it in black and white and it looks fine. Okay, so here we are. I finished that. I cut out my little circle, and I have it now get it inside the porthole. The outside of the porthole then goes on top of it to make it look like it's a piece of metal. So we'll try that. Tomorrow I'm in the middle of trying to figure a project. I think tomorrow what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back and do a home decor project. Something maybe for fall, and see how we make out with that. So I'm using the art glitter glue from my porthole. Good stuff. And just going to press this down easily. There's another little piece of silver, which is sort of like the latch, I guess, of the porthole. So we'll put that on too. Alright, so now the porthole is going to make sure I've got my card in the right orientation. Okay, it's going to go right up here. And I think I'm going to put it up on some foam tape. Which I didn't have out, but I do now. I'll just use these scissors to cut this. And we'll just go around the outside. Couple of more. I don't know what happened with the camera because the battery was still good. It just has a gremlin today, or a gremlin has been following me around for 2 days. Okay, there we are. Let's put this right about here. And I'm going to take a piece of paper and put on the top to push it down. And the reason being that the silver paper that you use for this, it will get a lot of fingerprints on it, and I'm trying to keep it as clean as possible. Now I have a sentiment for the front of this that actually is a cutout from one of my paper stacks, and so I'm going to use it. But however, you can use you can cut out. I mean, you can use a cutout, or you can use a stamp and stamp your own sentiment. It's nice to be able to use some of those cut aparts in your paper stack sometimes. If you don't use them in the original project you bought it for, there's lots of other things you can use them for. This one was in, I think, the Nantucket stack. I'm not sure because I had two seafaring stacks. I'm just going to put that under that hole just a tiny bit. And if I get it kitty wampus, then it doesn't make any difference if it's kitty wampus. We'll put it on there just that way. Okay, very simple on the outside. Now on the inside, I have another piece of the wood paneling. And I'm using the ATG on this paper. It's quite thin. So I didn't want the wet glue to buckle it. So now let me just figure I turned my card around. And we'll just put this down. Okay. And I have a computer-generated sentiment because I wanted to get the card in the mail, so I made it quickly with the computer, which is fine for your sentiments. That's what it's there for. And this one says, "Hope your birthday is smooth sailing." I'm putting it down towards the bottom, and the reason for that is I cut out some some diamonds, and I'm just going to put a little bit of a flag up at the top. Let's see if we get them somewhat centered. To give it a little bit of decoration. I think that's fine, so we'll take them off one at a time and get them glued on. Make a banner. Glue on my fingers. Well, we had quite a rainstorm here on Monday, because today is now Thursday. We're drying out a little bit today. We had 7 inches of rain in 4 hours. Can you say flooding? My street was pretty much flooded out. The houses are a little bit elevated, so they didn't get flooded, but the streets sure did. Now what I'm going to do here is, because I don't want to make this two-dimensional, so I'm going to basically draw the rope that would be through these. And you know what's happening? That black is running out. Let me get a different black. See if we can get it a little darker. Hold on. You know, there isn't anything at all that has gone right with this card yet. So I shouldn't be a bit surprised that the marker ran out. Okay, let's try this puppy. Here we go. Here we go. And we're just going to go like this. And like this. Okay, there you go. A nice porthole card could be for a male or a female, but it's usually more difficult to find cards for males, so I just believe save it for that. And it says, hello, and hope your birthday is smooth sailing. I have a little piece that's coming up here. We'll just make sure it goes down there. There you go. Thanks for stopping by. Tomorrow when I do my home decorating project, I'll be doing something for the fall, and we'll give it a try using the Cricut. Talk to you later. Thanks for stopping by.